Presently, Sri Ramakrishna returned to the main hall of the house. A big pillow was placed near him for his use. Before touching it, he said, Om Tat Sat. Footnote: a sacred formula of the Hindu religion, meaning the Lord is the only reality. Footnote ends. Perhaps the pillow had been used by many worldly people, and that was why he purified it in this way. Bhavanath, M, and other devotees sat near him. It was getting late, but there was no indication that the meal was going to be served. The master became impatient, like a child, and said, I don't see any sign of food. What's the matter? Where is Narendra? A devotee, with a smile. Sir, Ram Babu is the manager of the feast. He is superintending everything. Master, laughing. Oh, Ram is the manager. Then we know what to expect. A devotee. Things like this always happen when he is the supervisor. All laugh. Master, to the devotees. Where is Surendra? What a nice disposition he has now. He is very outspoken. He isn't afraid to speak the truth. He is unstinting in his liberality. No one that goes to him for help comes away empty-handed. To M. You went to Bhagavandas. Footnote: a great Vaishnava devotee. Footnote ends. What sort of a man is he? M. He is very old now. I saw him at Kalna. It was night. He lay on a carpet, and a devotee fed him with food that had been offered to God. He can hear only if one speaks loudly into his ear. Hearing me mention your name, he said, You have nothing to worry about. Bhavanath, to M. You haven't been to Dakshineshwar for a long time. The master asked me about you and said one day, Has M lost all taste for this place? Bhavanath laughed as he said these words. The master heard their conversation and said to M in a loving voice, Yes, that is true. Why haven't you been to Dakshineshwar for such a long time? M could only stammer some lame excuses. Just then, Mohima Charan arrived. He lived at Kashipur, near Calcutta. Mohima Charan held the master in great respect and was a frequent visitor at the temple garden. He was a man of independent means, having inherited some ancestral property. He devoted his time to religious thought and to the study of the scriptures. He was a man of some scholarship, having studied many books, both Sanskrit and English. Master. To Mohima. What is this? I see a steamship here. All laugh. We expect here a small boat at the most. But a real steamship has arrived. But then I know. It's the rainy season. Laughter. The master was conversing with Mohima Chorun. He asked him, "Isn't feeding people a kind of service to God? God exists in all beings as fire. To feed people is to offer oblations to that indwelling spirit. But then, one shouldn't feed the wicked. I mean, people who are entangled in gross worldliness, or who have committed heinous crimes, like adultery. Even the ground where such people sit becomes impure to a depth of 7 cubits. Once, Hridoy fed a number of people at his native place. A good many of them were wicked. I said to Hridoy, "Look here, if you feed such people, I shall leave your house at once." To Mohima. I hear that you used to feed people, but now you don't give any such feasts. Is it because your expenses have gone up? Laughter.